Okay, so we have two presidents here, Mr. President Whitmore, Madam President Lanford. Okay, so we don't know too much. What can you tell me? What are you allowed to tell me?
This movie scares me to death.
Really?
The possibility of this happening, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Does this not scare you?
Yeah. If you think about, what it is to be brought to your knees as a whole civilization.
Because we as a planet in this film are all fighting together. It's Earth's space defense program that every leader's involved in. So that, I wish the world was more like that.
Who knows? We may,
the rest of the world doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We may face this sometime way in the future, so who knows, right? So coming back to Independence Day, the franchise 19 years later, what was your reaction when Roland called you and said, hey, we're going to make a sequel?
Well, it's been in the works for a little while, the hope for it and everything, and it's been, so I've been thinking about it, and I think it was about 4 years ago I got a text from Dean saying, hey, we're getting the band back together. Mm-hmm. So it's just taken a little longer for that reunion tour to happen, but now that it is, I feel like it's the right time. I think it's having that 20-year cycle is kind of iconic, and the movie's iconic, so feels like the right time.
And I know everyone's so excited for it, and now you're being brought into the franchise. We actually did that scene last week. It was really cool.
You were very good as a reporter.
Thank you. It wasn't that hard to play since I do it all the time. But just hearing your lines, like you said, you're so afraid of this movie, of the story of it. But when you're actually standing there in front of all of us at the podium talking about aliens taking over, we have the destroyer cannons. What is it like for you as an actress being on a set like that?
Well, I haven't done a lot of work with blue screen or green screen. I just haven't been doing those kind of movies. And in Day After Tomorrow that I did with Roland before, I was never in those kind of shots. I was in the hospital or the home kitchen, that sort of thing. So it's very different. I love playing the president. I love that he is the kind of director, as a man, that would go, yes, I want a woman, a female, as a president of our country. That's wonderful. And it's challenging. It's challenging because you don't have a role model in our country to really study. And you want to make sure you come to the role with as much gravitas and believability as possible. So that's challenging.
There was a moment on set when the first AD was giving us direction. He was like, you're just going to keep saying, Madam President, Madam President. And he said, I like the way that sounds, Madam President. And that was a cool moment that even he said, I like the way Madam President sounds.
Isn't that kind of wild that we go to the French for that? Like, well, Madam President.
Yes.
It's not
Mrs. President.
It's Ms. It's
right.
Madam. Somehow
I know, isn't that
they
odd?
have, the French have given us this title. So
what is just an average day like for you guys as actors on this film?
Long.
I know,
long.
very long.
But that's the way it usually is. Yeah, part of the gig.
Yeah, it's so much fun though.
Yeah, there's a lot of, this is being an action movie, there's lots of pieces, so you have to sustain a certain kind of, the credibility and the urgencies and all of that has to take place over 12 hours of different, lighting setups and everything like that. But there's a lot of, for me anyway, just hearing Roland's voice is such there's something, it's like hearing somebody from your family or something, and it just tickles me every time I hear him jumping out of his chair to go say something to somebody.
Thanks for watching this interview. As always, don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think in the comment section below. For the next Made in Hollywood interview, click right here. Do it. Click it.